What's up guys, welcome back to PTPioneer, the best online resource to starting out as a fitness professional. In today's video, we're going to be covering the top tips to passing the ISSA CPT exam. If you're looking for additional study materials, head over to traineracademy.org. They have a lot of great resources and offer an exam pass guarantee. All of the links can be found in the description below. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. When it comes to certifying agencies, there are a few that are like the ISSA. This entirely online certification has the widest global network of any top-ranked certification. Sitting in the top ranks compared to NASM and ACE, ISSA has the ability to be taken completely online. This means they have an edge by providing education to trainers all across the world. Along with this comes a very different approach to the exam. Unlike other certifications, the ISSA CPT has a unique approach to the certification testing. This warrants useful and in-depth expertise and information in order to pass the exam. With that said, let's get straight into it. Starting off, let's ask, why is the ISSA so different? As we mentioned before, the ISSA has a unique approach to their exam. This means when you take the exam, it's different than any other certification you will see. The ISSA CPT exam is untimed as well as open book. This means you can use any resources that you need and use as much time as possible in order to take the examination. However, this doesn't make it easy. In order to pass the test, you need to have a firm grasp of the concepts. This means that even though it's open book, you need to know what you're looking for. Knowing what to look for means understanding the material to begin with. With that being said, here are 7 tips in order to pass the ISSA. Tip 1. Learn how to program. One of the biggest areas of the ISSA CPT exam is its programming. Your career as a personal trainer really hinges on the fact that you know how to create customized programs for your clients. In the text, ISSA will go in depth with this subject. In fact, ISSA exams all the way up until 2019 had you creating periodized programs. Periodization is a cornerstone of effective programming. All of these important concepts can be found in section 4 of the ISSA textbook. Tip number 2, learn how to collect data. In order to create successful plans and programs, you need to understand how to collect effective data. This is one of the most focused on areas when it comes to ISSA. Data collection requires you to be able to ask the right questions. It also requires you to get the client to ask you questions that are relevant to them. Asking questions and data gathering is extremely important at the very beginning of your client-trainer relationship. This is in order to get things started, but you will need to be able to do this throughout the entire process. Data collection is found in section 2 in the phase found in unit 12 of the textbook. Tip number 3, learn how to build client relationships. One of the most crucial things that you need to know when starting out as a personal trainer is how you develop relationships. Building rapport and having a relationship where honest conversations can occur is essential when you're starting out as a personal trainer. By having this, it only boosts the quality of the data they can gather on the client. This also solidifies loyalty for future business. Because of this, this will yield more cooperative experiences and lead for better results. This is consistently echoed in the ISSA exam. This is why you need to brush up on your relational competencies and understanding the core concepts of establishing a strong bond with your clients. This is touched on in the drawing in phase, which is found in unit 12 of the textbook. The first stage of this phase is where you're introduced to this. This is called establishing yourself as a professional. Understanding the key concepts in establishing your professionalism is essential on the ISSA exam, so be sure to learn them all. In addition to that, don't forget to smash the like button. Tip number 4, learn the training principles. An important reoccurring theme of the ISSA exam is the understanding of the training principles. These principles come into play throughout the initial assessment. You can think of these as rules that govern how training affects the results that your clients will receive. These principles, therefore, are very applicable when it comes to the programming. The 7 principles are principle of individual differences, overcompensation principle, overload principle, SAID principle, use-disuse principle, specificity principle, and gas principle. You will need to have a firm understanding of each of these principles when it comes to the ISSA exam. In addition to this, you need to have a firm understanding of what the actual training effects are that are governed by these principles. This includes hypertrophy of muscles, types of muscular contraction, endurance and VO2 max, in addition to measurements and other relational factors that contribute to these numbers, as well as numerous formulae and measuring standards. Tip number 5, understand basic anatomy. The next part of this is understanding basic human anatomy. This ranges from the musculoskeletal system all the way down to the organs. Having a firm grasp of biomechanics as well as biochemistry will definitely help you out on the exam. Sections 1 and 2 of the textbook are going to be the main resources for you for this part of the exam. Section 1 is more of an introduction to the fundamentals, while Section 2 will cover more details in regards to biomechanics and how to best optimize them. Tip number 6, learn nutrition. ISSA is one of the few certifications that has a primary focus on nutrition. Additionally, when you sign up for the course, ISSA automatically adds a nutrition certification as well as the CPT certification when you purchase the final package. Even without this, the ISSA CPT exam has a strong focus on these nutrition principles. In this exam, you won't be tested on nutrition programming and coaching. Rather, you will be tested on principles that are associated with nutrition science. You will need to have a firm understanding of this and how it applies to exercise science. Section 5 of the textbook will have all of this information, so be sure to brush up on this understanding. And last, tip number 7 is learn about special population groups. The last core area that we're going to be focusing on relates to special populations. During the exam, you will be assessed on all of these special population groups. Learning the intricacies of dealing with special population groups will be part of the ISSA exam. You will be tested on things such as working with kids, elderly adults, pregnant women, as well as individuals that have special medical needs or disabilities. Many of these topics will be popping up pretty frequently, so be sure to check that out over in section 6. You can find that in chapters 21 and 29. So overall, the ISSA exam might seem pretty easy with having an open book format. However, as we can see, this is not the case. I would like to describe it as hard to fail, but not as easy to pass. Being able to pass requires a lot of diligence, as well as critical thinking and having a thorough understanding of the material. You will be given plenty of leeway to avoid failure. However, it is a good idea to really emphasize your learning capabilities and study accordingly. Don't forget, we have special deals for individuals looking for personal training packages. You can find all of that information up over here. If you click on this link, you will be able to see the deals page over at PTPioneer.com. If you're looking for some additional study materials, head over to traineracademy.org. You can try their MVP study program completely free. All you just need to do is just find which certification that you're studying for. Lastly, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you guys want to see more content like this and learn how to become a certified personal trainer or a fitness professional. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck studying, and we'll see you guys in the next video.